I did yogic training, so I know all about meditation and yoga. We're looking at Kundalini energy now. And believe it or not, Shannon Hoff Khalsa, an author, looked at Kundalini energy more specifically towards the healing of psychiatric conditions. It looks at the base spine and the energy channels right throughout up to the tip of the head and how it can help us release the energy and the dormant energy in the universe to be connected with it and have self-realization. And they do that through prana. Believe it or not, prana in yogic philosophy is essentially Kundalini energy, often associated with the life force and the vital energy that we, as each and every individual human being, possess. By having that, this prana flows through things called the nadis or energy channels to facilitate a subtle body, an awakening of this energetic force, believed to facilitate the free flow of prana throughout the body. It's like an energy as such, and it enables us to feel much better, healthier, more energetic, more lively, more in flow. The channels that we mentioned then are chakras. Now, there isn't an awful lot of hard science with regard to this, but the outcomes of lots of people who've done lots of yoga, for example, especially Kundalini yoga, will tell you that they feel much better, that they have physical ailments that have been healed in many ways, and yet the science is still grappling with this. But the chakras look that their interaction with this prana, these chakras, these points that are based from the base of the spine or the coccyx of the spine right up through the sacrum and the lumbar spine right up then through the thoracic spine, neck area and up to the tip of the head through the brain. All of this energy and the third eye, of course, that we can visualize enable us to see all these different colors or feel these different colors. Now I have to say, science or not, I had this experience myself where I started seeing a certain color more prominently than another color, and it was indeed one of the chakra colors. So if we're trying to rebalance ourselves, these chakras, all the different colors like a rainbow as such, if you mix them together, there's this beautiful energetic color that comes out and through these chakras. There are 7 of them, and they're there to purify the process via this energy, this prana that's going through our body at that time. This enables an awakening that's happening, right? So underneath this dormant energy that's there, it's out there in the universe, by the way, through our breath, through the postures, through the movements, through the thinking, the focus, and so on. All of this gives us the Kundalini energy release, and it gives a profound and transformative experience, which can lead to a heightened state of awareness. What is awareness? Just as a reminder, is knowing what exact sounds are happening this moment and the next, how our body sits on this chair right now, how our muscles feel in each and every part of our body, how our breathing is, how our heart rate is, how every little subtle nuance that's controlling our environment and ourselves are in a particular moment of time. This awakening then gives spiritual insight and expanded consciousness, believe it or not. And it's often depicted as a kind of process of purification or liberation of the senses, so that they can be, the constraints more so of the ego can be flattened and the self comes through. With all of this, there's symptoms that are at play as well, because, well, it has been said from experiences, is that if you undergo a Kundalini awakening, you may experience a wide range of not only physical, but emotional and psychological symptoms too. Now, this wide range can give us sensations throughout our body, throughout our mind. The energy plays and clears through the stifled or stuck parts of us, moving along the spine, giving spontaneous movements, what they call kriyas. An intense emotional outpouring can happen. You can feel very sad one minute or very happy the next. Your emotions are touched on. You're going to somewhere where you've never been before or haven't been there in quite a long time. Now, guidance and practice is required, or certainly is definitely needed, because this is a powerful and potentially destabilizing experience. It can happen very quickly all of a sudden if you're doing a lot of yoga, or if you are putting in the work, as they say, it's recommended to seek guidance. And I would say the same thing, because when something unlocks a blockage inside of you, especially like a physical blockage, or even more so an emotional blockage, if you have a psychiatric disorder, I would say first off, go seek the guidance of a qualified medical professional, for sure, who's certified and respected, but also a psychiatric doctor. Ask them about, give them this video if you wish, refer back to it, say, look, what is this guy saying here? He has a bit of experience doing yoga, he has seen it through people in classes, and so on. And so you can then open yourself out to it if they give you the stamp of approval. Why not? Now, various practices, such as not only the Kundalini yoga, but meditation, breath work, and mantra chanting, are also believed to facilitate this kind of safe trip, shall we say, this practical and gradual awakening that can occur when you experience these Kundalini energy fragments. It's important to note too that all of this experiences is within an older tradition that is thousands of years old. Yes, it is in a mystical sense in some ways, because only a certain amount of this has been recorded many thousand years ago. And so to try and actually prove the benefits of this in the first couple of thousand years has been difficult. It's been practiced though for so long, you'd have to question the benefits of it. So many people and human beings, generation by generation, a certain amount of them for sure, like to develop and become better. They like to actually give something as a legacy toward the world. And so if they're tapping into this and it's surviving all of the time, there's got to be some sort of nucleus of truth with it. That's my type of thinking toward it, especially because it has gone from the eastern part of the world right over to the western part of the world. It is gathering momentum now, and people are beginning to look beyond the hood of Hinduism and the past of the religion, and they're trying to look at the beneficial parts of it and how it can be transferred from human being to human being in a very easy way. And also, there's not a huge money-making, shall we say, racket or gimmick behind it, because a lot of the practice of yoga and the movements and the mindset and so on, once you learn it, you can do it 1,000,000 times a day, 1,000,000 times a minute, if you can do that, or if it's possible. You can practice until you have your own source of perfection with that. Therefore, you can control your healing. And so that's what leads me also, and my experience of doing these things, to believe that there's great goodness within this. And so it's definitely well worth having a go at and asking another expert about too. And if you're happy with the video, please subscribe, because I'll be very happy. But I'm always going to be happy anyway. I make myself happy. And that is the end of that. And if you want more, you know where the button is. Until next time though, sincerely, please do have a wonderful day.